Hey, it's Jason from Pro Guitar Studio here today to talk about two things to help your guitar playing. The first thing we're going to work on is integrating rhythm and lead guitar, so going from a rhythm or a chord to a single note phrase. The second thing that I've added into this piece, is built right in, are going to be some harmonies. So I've done a 3-part harmony based on our original piece that we're going to be looking at. So let's just take a listen to what we're going to learn today, and then we'll dive right in. Alright, so now that we've heard what we're going to be working on, let's just take a look at the first phrase and how we're going to play through it. Okay, so the original part that I've written for this, that's going to go between power chords / open chords. We have a bit of distortion on, so I chose to use a power chord, but you can use an A minor to start if you want. But I'm doing a power chord, 2nd fret string 4, 2nd fret string 3, with the open A note. The rhythm I chose for this is a really straightforward rhythm, just a down up. So if you look at 16th notes, we have 1 E and up. Okay, so this is going to last for 3 16th notes in the down strum, and then up at the very tail end on the last 16th notes. So down, up. You have the A minor. Just to get the feel, right? So the rhythm on all the chords is exactly the same no matter which part we're looking at, guitar 1, 2, or 3. So guitar 1 starts with that A power chord or A minor chord. And then we're going to do our phrase. And so the phrase here is built on the A minor scale, A natural minor. So we're going to play E, F, E, which is 2, 3, 2 on the 4th string. And then the open D string, so a 0 on string number 4. 3rd fret string 5, which is a C. Then we're going to play 0, 2 on the 4th string, so D, E. So far, E, F, E, B, C, D, E, and then finishing with a C note, 3rd fret string 5. Okay, and that leads us back to go into the A power chord. The second time, I just don't go back to the C, I finish on the E note. Right here, okay? So first time ends on the C, second time we just don't do that. So first phrase, additional note, second phrase, no additional note. Alright, and feel free, if you need to slow this down, you can go to the settings under YouTube and slow it to 0.75 or 0.5 just to get a feel for what I'm playing here. Slow it down. Now if you see my thumb on top here, it's just simply there to mute out the lowest string so I can make my sound as clean as possible. And usually my first finger is muting out the thinner strings as well. Alright, so that's our first two phrases. The next one is a G chord. I'm only playing the thicker string, so I'm not going to bother using my ring finger down here. 3rd fret string 6, 2nd fret string 5. And I'm really just focusing on, string 6, 5, 4, maybe string 3, depending on what I'm doing, how far down my pick goes. Then we're going to play a phrase, so same rhythm on that G chord. We're going to play D, E, D, so on the 4th string, 0, 2, 0. 3rd string, 3, 2, which is C, B. Back to C, 3rd fret. Open 4th string, so the D note. Resolve into B on the 5th string, 2nd fret. And the 4th phrase is the same as the 2nd phrase, okay? Now what I did, basically how I've laid it out, is that the guitar 2 and guitar 3 will have different notes at the end to make it sound different. So it's not the same as the second phrase. So the harmony notes are different, but the original phrase goes A, B, C, B. All right, that's our first guitar part. So like I said, slow things down if you need to. On to guitar 2. So the second guitar I decided to play up in the 5th position here. And I'm just using an A minor, we'll say a root in minor 3rd. So it's still what I would call an A minor chord, although we're missing the 5th interval. So it's not officially an A minor, but I'll still refer to this as an A minor because we're using the A and the C. Okay, so 7th fret string 4, 5th fret string number 3. So those two notes together gives you that minor 3rd sound, right? A minor. And then here I'm harmonizing by starting on a G note. And so the original phrase started on an E. So I'm harmonizing by going 1/3 interval higher in the key, okay? So I'm not going to lay out how this all works, but just if you analyze it a bit, if you have the time to go through it, this note here is 3 notes higher in the scale. Now when we count 3 notes, we include the first and last note. So E, F, G, that's our 3rd interval. Okay? So you don't count 3 notes above. You don't go like, let's say F, G, A. It actually uses the first note that we start with as number 1, 2, and 3. So we have to use the first and last note as well when we count. Okay, so we have this harmony here, E and G, and I just follow the phrase in a parallel fashion. So my phrase just follows in the scale. So I'm following 3 notes higher for each note in the scale. So I have G, A, G, F, E, F, G, E. Or on string 4 it's 5, 7, 5, and then string 5, 8, 7, 8, 5th fret string 4, and 7th fret string 5. Second time, it's the same idea where I don't play the last note. Okay. And if you're having trouble following my fingers and following what I'm doing, keep in mind if you're a student here, you have access to the tablature, so you can pull that up on the student area if you go under premium content. And if you don't know this already, I do lessons like this every week, so feel free to like this video, subscribe, and keep an eye out. Every week a new video will hit your inbox. So go from here. Go down to the 5th fret on string 4, and 5th fret string 4, 4th fret string 3. So we have a G note and a B note. This is for when we go to that G chord here. Okay, so that's the chord shape I'm using, the G and the B. It's a 3rd interval. It gives us that sound of the G major. And then our phrase, 3 notes higher in the key as well, starts on the F note. So that's our original phrase. So this one's going to be, we're going to play F, G, F, E, D, E, F, D. So string number 4 is 3, 5, 3, 2, string 5 on the 5th fret, and then back to string 4, 2, 3, resolve into the 5th fret, string number 5. So I kept all those as fretted notes. You could do all along the string if you want to use that open string instead. That's just the way I decided to play it and write it out. So this, or you do use the open string. And the final phrase here, the only thing I changed from the second phrase is the very last note. So instead of this, so this the B, I guess we'll call it the A, B, C, back to B, which would normally be B. I'm changing that last note, so I'm actually making a 4th part. So I'm playing the 6th fret on string number 4, and this ends up with the E chord, okay, so E major chord. And that's what I was thinking at the end, so A minor, for the first 2 phrases, G, back to A minor, and then a really fast E major chord at the very end. And so that's sort of built into the writing that I was doing there. And so you look at the phrase. All right, so that's our fourth phrase as part of this guitar 2. So all together. And that just loops like that, okay? So that's a really cool way to harmonize it. Add that one note in, change it from the A minor chord to an E major, and that's pulled from the A harmonic minor scale. All right, so third phrase, guitar, I shouldn't say not third phrase, but guitar 3, I'm going all the way up to the 12th fret, and I'm going to play in we'll call it 12th position, but this is like the A minor, A minor bar chord. I'm playing on string number 1, 12th fret, string number 2, 13th fret, string number 3, 14th fret. All right, and then I'm going to play a C note to harmonize here. So basically, going to the next note higher with an A minor chord. It's not a third interval higher in the same way. I guess you can call it a third interval from the E, a lower third, okay? So if we went from E down to the C, you could visualize that as a third. It's part of the A minor chord, and that's why I'm starting on that note, okay? So this harmony starts on the C note because the A minor chord has the C in it. It makes sense. If I try to do a third interval of this note here, I get a B. And that will sound sort of weird. It's not what I wanted to do here. I wanted to do the C note, okay? So there's a lot of things you can think of when harmonizing. The first is making sure that your main notes are actually in the chord. So that's, I think, one of the most important parts about it. But we're going to start on the C, so we have this A minor shape. Same rhythm, down, up, and then we're going to play C, D, C, B, A, B, C, A, which is on string number 2, 13, 15, 13, 12, 14 on string 3, 12, 13 on the second string, back to 14 on string 3. Second time I just finish on the C note, so 13th fret, string number 2. Same phrase, right? Then I go to just 2 notes. I'm playing a G and a B. So same as lower down here. Just higher up on the fretboard. 3rd string, 12th fret, and 2nd string, 12th fret. Okay, and then my phrase is going to start on the B note. I'm going to play B, C, B, A, G, A, B, G. So string 2 is 12, 13, 12. String 3 is 14, 12, 14. Back to string 2 on the 12th fret, the 12th fret, string 3. All right? And then the final phrase, go back to the A minor. I'm going to reverse the last notes. Instead of doing that for the B section, I'm going to go, at the very end, I'm going to go C to B. So it's going to go, because of the E chord, right? So I'm doing C, D, C, B, A, C, B. String number 2 would be 13, 15, 13, 12, 14th fret, string 3, 13th fret, string 2, and then 12th fret. So there you have it. There's a 3-part exercise to help you work on integrating rhythm and lead guitar, as well as taking a look at some harmonies. So I didn't dive too far into the theory behind the harmonies. I want to let you, explore that a bit yourself, and also not dive into things that might be a little far beyond what we've looked at. But if you have looked at harmonies before, try to analyze where the notes are coming from and why I started on certain notes. But I think I already gave away a tip that basically a lot of those notes are in the chord. Now the one note that wouldn't be in the chord, the A minor, if you looked at the harmony there, the G note, right? You think that wouldn't be from the actual chord here. But if you think of an A minor 7 chord, it'll fit in nicely, and all other notes line up really nicely with the harmony, so it fits together rather than starting on the A note. But yeah, there's a lot you can think of there, so don't think too hard about it. But if you do have questions and you're a student, feel free to reach out. I'm here to help you. I'd love to chat through this. And if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely jump on, hit the like button, subscribe so you can see the next lesson that will come to your inbox next week. And I will see you soon. So have a great week.